Hi everyone, this is Susan. I am here in this video to give you an overview of what you need to post for your business card design. And there are a lot of moving parts, so I want to review this. All right, so first of all, we are going to use the regular old Blackboard discussion board for your initial versions of your designs. You do not have to respond to classmates on here. I will respond to everyone here, and you are not required to. You can certainly look at other people's designs if you wish, but you have to actually post your version first before you can look at anybody else's. And it's not because I think you're going to copy or anything. It's just that I want you to really come into this really cold and like be inspired by different things. You know, you're going to see things on Canva, you're going to see things in the videos above in the intro. Just come in cold and just work the versions in the way that I'm asking you to. And I think that you will really get a lot out of it. So you might already have an idea of what you want to create. You might have a whole design in your mind, and that's fine, but I'm asking you to put that on the back burner and follow the versions, because I want you to have the experience of doing this design with just type and text. And we are going to do this really for the next two designs. We're going to do the versions in the same way. So just work with it, okay? So just the front and back are just going to be type and text. You do have to design a back of the card. Some people like to put initials back there. You can put your 3 words back there. You can put a tagline back there. It's really up to you. So it's just the front and back, and then a brief discussion. What was the challenge of just designing with type and text? Then version 2, add a shape, add some lines. There's a lot you can do with shape and lines. You can put text into shapes. You can have just, a thin line, a dotted line. You can have arrows. So play with that and see what you can come up with. And then discuss, like, how did that impact your design? Now, version 3, splash of color. A splash of color is just adding one element of color. It could be to a line, to a shape, to one phrase, one word, one aspect of the design. And you might, I think that at least there will be at least 1 or 2 or possibly more of you who really discover, wow, I thought I was going to have full color and I really like the splash. Actually, there might even be a couple more than that. Like a splash of color, a primarily white card, it can really be very modern and sophisticated when you have just the white and a little splash of color can really go a long way. So just give it a try. What is the impact of adding color to your design? And then version 4 is full color. You can do whatever you want. Just, go full bore. No photographs. Don't use any pattern. Don't use any backgrounds that, that are really patterned with images, because that's kind of doing the job for you. Again, you want to create the visual interest yourself, and that really is the challenge of this. Try color blocking. You can, color block one side of the card. You can treat it like a grid. You could even grid it up into 3, and you can do different colors. So really, you can experiment and really have a lot of fun. Just remember that you do want to think about your crap elements, right? And you will do a crap analysis when you hand in your final version, okay? So on this board, you're going to post your versions. I recommend, I think it's easier to do it. Again, I don't want links from your Canva. That doesn't work. A lot of times the links won't work. I don't want to also be messing with your design. And it's really easier for me to make comments if you just leave, if you do a PDF or load JPEGs. When you put a lot of text into, because I don't recommend typing directly, in your discussion questions, if you type in and it's a mess, which happens, you can highlight, and then you can come up here, and it is this one, clear formatting, and it will clear the formatting. Like if you got bullets or whatever, just to let you know that. Then you can attach your images here yeah, you can just upload a PDF. You can upload images. Is there just an image thing? Why am I not seeing that? Hold on. Yeah, to attach an image, you just do the same thing. You just go here and you upload it. That's all. There used to be an image thing, I think. I don't know. I'm forgetting. And of course, you can add a little smiley. Okay. So I will respond to you. You can respond to me, and like, especially if you're an early poster, I already probably know who that's going to be based on just the last couple of Padlets. But you know, if you are really an early poster, and you can certainly respond back. But I'm going to assume, you know, if you have a question, certainly respond back, and I will answer it. But I will assume that you see it. And the whole idea is that you have to take. So for next week, you'll be doing a revision. You'll show your CRAP analysis. So how you're thinking about your contrast, repetition, alignment, proximity, and then and color and type, and you'll explain all of that. And then you will submit your design for peer review. You have to advance your design from what I'm telling you here to that peer review if you want to get points for that. So it's really important that you do that. That you show that you are taking the feedback and then, you know, applying it. The other thing too that I want to say is, you know, we can disagree on certain things. You might like something, I might not like it. You might like this color, I might not like it. And that's okay, it doesn't matter. But it has to be legible. You have to have the right margins. You have to have a CRAP plan, you know, so it has to make sense and hang together. Okay. So that's how we're going to use discussion board within here for your designs. And then when we do peer review, we'll either, you know, we can try to do a peer review on a Padlet. We'll see how that goes. Or we'll just do it in here and then we'll use it as a regular discussion board. But for your initial designs, you are not required to respond to anyone. You can certainly respond to me, but you don't have to. I'm assuming that you're going to look at it because you're going to need to know what I'm saying for that. Okay. Then here are the guidelines. Again, I know it's a lot of moving parts, but I just want to remind you, you're not permitted to use images or photographs, including all those like super patterned backgrounds on Canva. The point is to create visual appeal, obviously, without it. And let me just reiterate, for your final project, you can do a redesign, and some people choose to do a redesign at that point, and they do add a photograph or an illustration to their business card. And they usually look good, because by that point, you're going to know a little bit more. If you haven't had any design training, you're going to know a little bit better how to work with images on a canvas. So you are not permitted to use center alignment until you have done all 4 versions below. So this, if you want to do an all-centered version, you can center like the back. You can certainly, you know, you could split the card in half and center what's in each half, but you cannot have a fully centered design until you go through everything else. And so if you want to have a 5th design, you can, and that it can be fully centered. Very few people end up really doing that, but occasionally somebody does, and it works. So, but you can't default to it. You have to work towards it. All right. And then I've given you some advice about, you know, your name, your contact information, how, you know, repetition, your attention to alignment is really important. I'm really going to be looking for those lines, and I talk about that in the video. Proximity, like you're not going to split up your contact information on all 4 corners. Don't do that. You want to have wide margins. One of the biggest edits, and I say this in the video, is I will tell you, move it, come off the margin, come off the margin. So don't hang on your margins. Don't be afraid of white space. Yeah, so also in the week, I do give you, in the resources, I give you some more advice about your handling your contact information. Like with icons, you can use icons. Those are completely usable. You could even use something like, I've seen people use, and it's fine, like a little cup of coffee. Some people maybe want to do let's talk or call me or something like that. That can work. But that's like really about it. All right, so I'm really excited to see your designs, and I'll see you on the Padlet first. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, just make sure you're following everything, and then following all of your versions. And I'm really excited to see what you come up with. It's okay to be a little nervous about it.